Tesla's enemy, ODowd, just broke the law. And in theory, he could be facing up to 5 years in prison because whoever fraudulently or wrongfully affixes or impresses the seal of any department or agency of the United States is subject to a fine or up to 5 years in prison. The National Transportation Safety Board sent this to ODowd because he used their seal basically on his Super Bowl ad without any authorization. Now, if you watched the Super Bowl but you didn't see his horrible ad, it's because the ad aired in the local markets only. So it was not a national campaign, but clearly he did not get a permission to use the seal, and they are saying accordingly, the NTSB demands that you cease any further unsanctioned use of the NTSB seal, and that the NTSB seal be immediately removed from your website and YouTube page, as well as any further airings of the offending commercial. We further request that you notify us in writing when all changes have been made. The way this has been written, it does not seem like ODowd is going to face anything serious, but I think if Tesla makes this a big deal, maybe the agency would then take some serious action against him. Elon Musk is aware of the situation, so maybe this disgusting, shameless hypocrite ODowd, who attacks Tesla, is going to face some consequences finally. I think the most likely outcome of this is that ODowd is going to face a fine, and that's going to be it. But I hope that he goes to prison, because I believe he did all of this knowingly that he's doing something very wrong. Right before the Super Bowl, Tesla cut the price in the US by $1,000 for the Model Y, but in Germany, just now, Tesla has increased Model Y prices in Germany by up to 2,700 USD. For Tesla, Germany in Europe is a significant market. What's also interesting is that Tesla just resumed production in Giga Berlin, so supply is going to be higher now, but instead of keeping the prices their way where, Tesla is actually increasing them despite increasing supply. So this is definitely making some Tesla bulls happy. However, Troy offered some commentary. 67% of the 2.84 million cars registered in Germany were registered by businesses. That's huge, but it was 41% for Tesla. Companies don't like Tesla's price cuts because it hurts the resale value. The 2,500 euro increase today might be Tesla's reaction to that. By the way, Larry explained why Tesla has lower sales in Germany to companies. That's because Tesla does not have a sales department, and naturally Tesla does not have decade-lasting relationships in Germany, so that's where German companies have an advantage over Tesla. If you live in the US, you can now officially order Powerwall 3, which is Tesla's new home battery, and customers get a 30% federal tax credit, so it's a pretty good deal. Elon just responded to this post above. I requested a call and was refused. This is about Elon Musk wanting to sell Tesla to Apple, but the CEO of Apple supposedly does not recall ever speaking to him. That's because he did not accept Elon's meeting. Not even entertaining the idea of acquiring Tesla, I think, was a huge mistake that Apple made. Apple did okay, but it could have done quite a bit better. Tesla has just filed plans for a massive supercharger with 164 supercharger stalls, which would make it the world's largest supercharger location. This project will be in Kern County, California. Tesla also planned 16 pull-through stalls, and these are very useful if you are pulling a trailer because you do not need to disconnect anything. You just park, charge, and you keep on going. I don't think I agree that this is the biggest risk on the horizon for Tesla, but certainly it is a fairly significant risk. The IRA is a cash printer helping Tesla both on the price and cost side of the equation. If Trump wins and peels these back, it will be felt. It all started with Troy posting this. I'm worried about this because forget about the $7,500 tax credits that were supposed to last until the end of 2032 if the former president is elected. Here's the clip that got Troy worried.
Sounding angry while he was refuting a report that said he had a bad memory, he confused Mexico and Egypt and which one shares a border with Gaza.
As you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in.
Now, this comes days after he confused former German Chancellor Angela Merkel with Helmut Kohl, Emmanuel Macron from France with Francois Mitterrand. He can't remember names. He can't remember dates. He doesn't know which president or country he's talking to on an issue.
I'm not going to get into a political discussion here, but the party could select someone else than the current president, couldn't they? But if these EV credits were removed, I think Tesla would still be okay. The earnings would drop maybe by a little bit temporarily, and EV adoption in the US would slow down a little bit, but all companies would be affected, so it's not like a competitor would just get ahead of Tesla. And whether incentives are present or not, the EV transition is going to happen. It's inevitable. It just makes more sense to own an EV. It's cheaper, better performance, it's a better vehicle overall. The only downside for now is charging. If you need to go on a road trip pretty much every single day, okay, in that case, I would rather own a gas-powered vehicle. That's just my preference. Many would still go with an EV, but if I'm in a rush, if I'm working and I need to arrive a little bit early, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a gas-powered vehicle for that. If I'm driving for hours and hours and hours every single day. But that is going to change with faster charging speeds.